Yep. Yes. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. You're welcome to today's live stream. Confirm you can hear me, confirm you can see my screen. How has been trading this week? I hope it's been profitable. If you have any question or anything you want me to analyze, you're welcome, you're welcome, you're welcome, you're welcome. How has been trading this week? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? So let's start by looking at the calendar for today. Today is 25th of March 2026. Today, Australia released its CPI data, that's National Price Index data, and it was negative for Australian dollar. It was negative for Australian dollar. That means Australian dollar is supposed to be weak. Australian dollar is supposed to be weak, and 8 a.m. Nigerian time, Great Britain released its CPI data, and as you can see, the actual equals the forecast. That's neutral. It's neither positive nor negative for Great Britain. Now it depends on the currency you're trading it against. Okay. So for example, if you want to trade GBP against the United States dollar, you need to go check the CPI data for United States dollar. If the CPI value that was released for the dollar is better than that of GBP, then you would expect GBP to be weak against the dollar. Okay, so this is neutral. So you need to compare the CPI data of both countries you're trading their currencies. Okay, so that will determine the buyers on that currency pair. I hope that is clear. So let's see Australian dollar USD. When the news was released around 1:30 a.m., let's see the reaction. Let's see what happened in the market. was 1 a.m. Australian dollar USD. So you can see when the news got released. Let's see. Okay, I think this was the first candle for the day, and this was the second candle for the day. So it was at this point they released the news, and you can see immediately the news got released. You can see that Australian dollar lost value. You can see it lost value against the dollar. You can see that. You can see. So it sold after the news got released. You can see that. At least it did. Let me see the number of pips from this point. This was 5 here. Okay, the news was released 1:30. 1:30 should be 3 on the chart. So the news was released at this point, and after the release of the news, and it was negative for Australian dollar USD, price drop. I think it did up to 30 pips. Yeah, 30 pips. And now it is buying. Australian dollar USD is buying right now. Okay, so what's our bias for the day? Using the long-term bias for Australian dollar USD is bearish. Okay. The long-term bias for Australian dollar USD is bearish because look at the structure we have here. This is a bearish structure, right? You can see that we have high, we have low, we have high, we have low. So this is a bearish structure. The structure we have here is a bearish structure. So long-term Australian dollar USD is bearish, but as you can see, price is at a discount area. You can see that price is at a discount area. So we'd expect price to reverse back to our entry levels, this zone. This is where we'll be considering looking for sells on Australian dollar USD. I hope you're following. This is where we'll be looking for opportunity to sell Australian dollar USD. So at the moment, I am bullish on the Australian dollar USD. I am bullish on the Australian dollar USD. If there's any pair you want me to analyze, please let me know in the comment section. Okay, I'm bullish on Australian dollar USD for today's market. I'm bullish. So let's go to trading view 2. Let's analyze on GBP JPY. Let's analyze yen and dollar. So what's my take on the yen baskets? Okay, so let's start with the daily time frame. So you can see what we have here. Look at the structure on the daily time frame. I think if you apply your trend line, you can see the market has been respecting previous lows. Can you see that? If you apply your trend line, the market has been respecting previous low. That tells me the trend is bearish, is bullish at the moment. Sorry. It tells me the trend is bullish at the moment. And if you apply structure, you can see we had a high, we had a low, a higher low, we had a higher high, we had a higher low. So there's high probability that JPY yen might come sweep this liquidity. Okay, if it breaks out from this resistance it created yesterday, you can see this resistance is created yesterday. If a 4-hour candle closes above this resistance area, we should expect more buys on JPY. Okay, if a 4-hour candle closes above this resistance, we should expect more buys on yen. So my bias for the yen today is bullish. My bias for the yen today is bullish. If you have any question or any pair you want me to analyze, let me know in the comment section. Dollar index. Dollar index has been in a range for some days now, as you can see, from the 23rd of March. From 23rd of March, dollar has been in a range. But if you look at the structure, the bigger picture, see that it is bearish right? Structure here is bearish. We had a high, we had a lower high, sorry, we had a low, lower high, lower low, lower high. So there's a high probability the dollar would create a new low. Okay, there's a high probability the dollar will create a new low. But as you can see, yesterday candle closed as an inverted hammer. It closed as an inverted hammer, and I think price filled, there's a fair value gap that got filled here, which I think is the reason for the rejection we are seeing in the market right now. Okay, so where is DXY heading to right now? Let's see, there's a fair value gap at this. Let's see, there's a fair value gap above. Okay, so we can see here we have this fair value gap here. Okay, we have this fair value gap got filled yesterday. So most likely they might want to retest this high. Reason being that this high has become an area of liquidity. Because after the formation of this shooting star yesterday, most retail traders would have executed sell. Those who trade ICT concepts would have executed sell also because a fair value gap has been filled. Okay, so stop losses are residing at this high. So I feel they would come for this high, and also they might come for this high. That is what I see playing out on. You can see we have this fair value gap on 1 hour. So you can see that they didn't fill this 1 hour fair value gap. Can you see that? So I see this high, the high of this shooting star, as a trap. I see it as a trap. Okay, so there's a probability they will come fill this 1 hour fair value gap before going bearish. I will go bearish on the dollar. So as you can see, price has been in a range for some time. So we have the low of the range and we have the high of this range. Okay, so there's a high probability they will sweep buy side liquidity before going for sell side liquidity. That is my take on the dollar. So for today's market, I am bullish on the dollar. I am bullish on the dollar for today's market. I am bullish. So which pair do you want me to analyze? Which pair are you looking at today? Let me know. Let me know in the comment section. Which pair are you considering trading today? Let me know in the comment section. So let's start by looking at GBP USD. GBP USD. What's the bias on GBP USD? So you can see the bias on GBP USD is bearish. Okay, we expect dollar to be bullish. So GBP USD should be bearish. So it is bearish. I would love to see price pull back. You see all this liquidity residing at these highs. I would love to see GBP USD sweep all this liquidity before going bearish. So this is where I'll be looking for sells on GBP USD. This zone. Okay, these are entry level 1. These are entry level 2. I want to see price come into this zone before going bearish on GBP USD. So GBP USD today is bullish. Bullish. But I'd love to see price, fill this fair value gap before I'll go bearish on GBP USD. I hope that is clear. I hope that is clear. I hope that is clear. Euro USD. Euro USD, what's the bias on Euro USD? Euro USD is bearish. Okay. Euro USD is bearish. But I'd love to see price pull back into this zone before selling Euro USD. Okay, I'd love to see price pull back into this zone before going bearish on Euro USD. At the moment, my bias for Euro USD is bullish. My bias for Euro USD is bullish. Okay, unless price comes to fill this gap before I'll go bearish on Euro USD. I hope you all can still get me. I think I made a mistake on USD dollar index. I think I made a mistake on dollar index. Okay, so my expectation on dollar index, like I said, this week is bullish. Well, see this fair value gap here, this sell side. Okay, this sell side fair value gap. Can you see this sell side fair value gap? You can see there was an attempt to fill this fair value gap. There was an attempt to fill this fair value gap. You can see. So I believe this low might be used as liquidity. Okay, this low might be used as liquidity before dollar will go bullish. Okay, so I would expect dollar to sell, sweep this liquidity it has created here, this sell side liquidity. Okay, I want to see it come sweep this. You see this? Sorry, I made a mistake. Yeah, I made a mistake. I expect price to sweep all these lows, fill this gap before going bullish on dollar. I hope that is clear. I hope that is clear. If you look at what's playing out here on 4 hour, we had this shooting star engulfing. Now, if you go down to lower time frame, there is a fair value gap at this point, and I think what they did this morning was to come fill that fair value gap. Let's confirm that. I believe there's a fair value gap that was created at this point, and that could be the reason for the buy we're seeing in the market right now. So can you see that? Can you see that? So we had this fair value gap. We had this fair value gap here. That fair value gap has been filled. So price went above this fair value gap. It means there's a fair value gap above this. Let's go to 15 minutes. So can you see? Can you see that? Can you see? Can you see the fair value gap they came to fill? You can see they filled this fair value gap. Created a new fair value gap here. The market is trying to fill that fair value gap now. You can see this fair value gap it's created here. Can you see this fair value gap? It's created here. You can see. That's the reason for this pullback. So once it's filled this fair value gap, then it's going to continue selling. You see this fair value gap it's created here. That's the reason for this buy. This buy was to come and fill this fair value gap. They filled this, created a new fair value gap here. They are coming back to fill this fair value gap. Once it is filled, there's a high probability that the dollar will sell. Okay. Which pair do you want me to analyze? Let me know. Let me know. Mrs. Damilola, good morning. Mr. James, good morning. Mr. Tonda, Navy boy, Navy boy. Good morning. Good morning. Navy boy, that should be favor. Good morning. Let me know which pair you want me to analyze. Let me know. Let me know. I hope trading has been profitable to you. I hope it's been good to you. The market has been nice to you. I hope you are making profit from the market. If you are not making profit, what is the challenge? Let me know in the comment section. If you are not making profits trading the market, what is the problem? Let me know in the comment section. Let me know in the comment section. So GBBJPY has been playing with my emotions since yesterday. I took a sell on JPY yesterday. That was around 1 or 2 p.m. yesterday. Yeah, I think it was around 2 p.m. I took the trade, and GJ has been tormenting me. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. But so far, I think I should be in profit here on GJ. So I feel GJ would sell. Let's see for hour. So the previous power candle closed as a shooting star after sweeping the liquidity of yesterday. After sweeping liquidity of yesterday, the candle closed as a shooting star. So there's a high probability that GJ would sell today. But if GJ sweeps this high, then you should expect more buy. You should expect more buy on GJ if it sweeps this high. Okay. So I think what they did this morning was come sweep the liquidity residing at this high. Okay. So My bias on GJ today is bearish. I would love to see GJ sweep all these lows, all this liquidity. That's my expectation on GJ. You see this low, all these lows, all these lows. I want to see GJ sweep all these lows, this liquidity, these lows, all these lows. There are a lot of stop losses residing at these lows. That's my expectation on GJ. So you can take the trade on GJ, okay? You can sell GJ, sell GJ. If you are selling GJ, this is 212.85. Set your stop loss 30 pips above the high of this candle. Set your stop loss 30 pips above the high. I believe this will be a good trade. I believe this will be a good trade. Set your stop loss 30 pips above this level. So your okay, 213.50. That's like 70 pip. 70 pip. If you are risking 70 pip, your take profit should be at least 140 pips. So if you subtract 140 from this, that should be 211.40. 211.40. So your TP, if I'm correct, okay, 211.40 if I'm correct. 140 pips. Okay, so your take profit should be at this. You can use this level. GJ is worth it, is worth it. Please ensure you apply proper money management. Okay, don't say because it's coming from you, now over leverage. Apply good risk and money management. The risk has been taken care of. You should apply proper money management. Okay, I advise that you shouldn't risk more than 1% of your capital on any trade. 1%. 1%. The reason sometimes I don't like giving signals during this live stream is because some people, they will just use that opportunity to over leverage and blow their account. They will over leverage because they feel Maxwell does not make mistake. I make losses, so don't over leverage because the signal is coming from me. 1% maximum on any signal I drop. Okay, 1%, please. Don't blow your account. All right, good morning. Any question? Is there any pair you want me to analyze? Let me know. Euro, Australian dollar. Euro, Australian dollar. If you're having challenges making profits, we are in March, right? First quarter, right? Yeah. January, February, March. If by now you are not in profits, you need help, please. If by now you are not in profits, you need help. You need help. And we've designed a software that can do the work for you. All you have to do is just get the software and start, making profits. If by now you're not in profit, you need the okay, you need it, get it, get it, get it, you need it. Everyone using the software is making profit. They are making profits. Despite the market being in a range, we are making profit. We are making profits. Okay, so what do we have on Euro or C? Okay, yesterday candle closed as a shooting star. It closed as a shooting star, and if I'm to apply my Fibonacci on Euro or C, I'm going to apply it from this swing high, okay, to this swing low, okay, swing high to this swing low. So right now, Euro Aussie is at a premium area, right? It's at a premium area, and at a premium area, we do not look for buys. We do not look for buys. We focus on sells. We focus on sells. Okay, so since yesterday candle closed as a shooting star, if today's candle closes bearish, that will be a strong confirmation for sell. If today's candle closes bearish, that will be a strong confirmation for sell. But if Euro Aussie breaks out from this high, you could see more pressure, we could see more buys, okay, if it closes above this high. But as it is, I think they just want to sweep liquidity. I think that's what is playing out on EA right now. So you can see the pattern we had here yesterday. We had an engulfing pattern on the 4-hour time frame. We had an engulfing pattern. So I think a fair value gap was created after this engulfing pattern, this pattern here. I think a fair value gap was created. Let's confirm. Okay, this is 1 hour. Let's say 15 minutes. I believe there's a fair value gap. Let's see. So you can see we had this fair value gap. Can you see this fair value gap? This could be the reason for the buy. Let's see where price is at the moment. You can see that could be the reason for this buy. Okay, that could be the reason for this buy. So this gap has been filled. So there's a high probability Euro also will sell from that point. You can see that it was rejected at this point. You can also see it was rejected at this point. You can see. So let's see 5 minutes. Let's see if the fair value gap was created. Okay, so I see Euro also selling. My bias for Euro also today is sell. Sell. Okay. My bias for Euro also today is sell. Is sell. But if it breaks that high, the high of yesterday, if it breaks the high of yesterday, we'll see more buys, but you shouldn't be the one buying from the current market price. You shouldn't be the one buying from the current market price. Like I told you guys, once the market has moved in one direction up to 100 pips, you shouldn't take that trade. You should be the one buying or selling from that point. You should wait for a strong reversal before you buy. If you insist that your bias on that instrument is buy, wait for a strong reversal. At least price should reverse back to 50% of Fibonacci level before you take a buy. Don't buy at premium. Don't sell at discount. Don't buy at premium. Don't sell at discount. Okay. Gold. Okay, let's look at gold before we end the session. It's very important. I know most of you are gold lovers. Gold is bullish. Don't sell gold. Don't sell gold. I gave this call yesterday. Don't sell gold. I said, wait for price to pull back. Yeah, it was on Monday. Yeah, Monday I gave this call. I said, wait for gold to pull back to this fair value gap. That once gold fills this fair value gap, you should buy from that zone. And you can see how the market respected that fair value gap. You can see that price came in, filled. This is where you bought gold. So if you did from this point, I don't think it will be wide from this point. I don't think it will be wide. So I would advise you wait for a reversal. There should be a strong reversal. Okay. We have this fair value gap here. We also have this resistance, a breakout from this resistance zone. Okay. So you can see we had this fair value gap, which is in confluence with this resistance zone. You can see. So this is where you should look for your buys. This is where you should look for your buys. You have missed this first opportunity. Wait for the second opportunity, which will be at this zone before you buy. Personally, I can't take this trade. Okay. So I think that will be all for this session. If you have any question or any other pair you want me to analyze, let me know. For those of you that are yet to get the ultimate signal software, get the software. I'll keep talking about this software. I'll keep, shouting about this software because this software is the best software, best trading software in my over 10 years of trading. I've never seen a software that is as good, that is as profitable as this software. I have not seen. I have not seen. I have not seen. So please, if you are still blowing accounts, please get the software. Get the software. Okay. Any question? Any question? Any question? Any question? Go on, Navy Boy. I just analyzed gold. I've analyzed gold. Which other pair do you want me to analyze? So GJ, you can see the signal given here. This is you all see. Sell. Process. You can see the signal stop loss. Then is here. Reason for the sell. Gave us a buy signal here, we bought, we made profit. Gave us a sell signal here, we sold, we made profit. Gave us a buy here, we bought, 1 to 2 risk reward. We bought and we made profits. You can see. Gave us a buy here, okay. Gave us a buy here, we made little profit on this. Gave us a sell here, we made 1 to 2 risk reward on this. Wasn't up to 1 to 2. Gave us a sell here, you can see. We sold, made profit. Gave us, we bought, made, gave us sell here, 2 risk reward here, but this wasn't up to 1 to 2. This is like 1 to 1. Okay, give us a buy here, 1 to 2 risk reward here. Here also we sold. What we made 2 risk reward. You see this? We sold. It's almost 1 to 3 risk reward, but we always go for 1 to 2, 1 to 2 risk reward. There's no way you want to trade with this system and not end the month in profit. It's not possible. It is not possible. But if you feel I can't advise you on what to do with your money. I don't want you to keep blowing your accounts. I don't want you to keep blowing your accounts. That is why we have designed this software. Okay, and it costs thousands to put this together, thousands of dollars to put this together, sleepless nights. So please take advantage of it. The money you've donated to the market is enough. This year, you should end the year in profit. In profit. So that will be all for today's session. I appreciate you all for your participation. Sister Milola, always showing up for the classes. I really appreciate. Mr. James also is consistent. Mr. Adebayo on and off. Thanks for joining. Navy Boy on and off. I still appreciate you for your participation. Online on and off. On and off. But I appreciate you all for your participation and I wish you all a profitable trading day. Bye for now.